Roads? It's the Ernest Hancock Show. Where we're going, there aren't any roads.
Yeah, I'm back in the saddle again here in Declare your independence of me, Ernest Hancock. We got Drew Phillips and Nick Barnett in studio talking about a lot of the goodies they got planned. They're going to go save the planet because there's one thing the planet's got to do. They got to be able to have commerce with each other. How are they going to do that? Well, they got to get a permission slip from the man. I don't think so. Well, let's go ahead and I think we promised we were going to talk about what you're going to be doing at Pork Fest and how this is going to go.
Yeah, well, like Nick was saying, you know, and we're not right now. It's just a matter of getting our costs down. We did buy our own laminator and a new one, and get some bulk lamination sheets. So we're trying to work on cost because, essentially, if we can get the cost down to a manageable price, and we can get these into the hands of activists who are going to Pork Fest. They can, you know, use these cards in their hometowns as promotional tools to raise funds to make the trek to Pork Fest. And Pork Fest is like a week long this year, so obviously going to take a little bit of money to sustain yourself to go out there for a week-long vacation. And then, again, the concept is we're just trying to get as many of these cards into people's hands as possible so that at some point they do naturally on their own, the people decide they become a barter card or a trinket to barter with.
They've tried this before, but it was always with just, you know, silver, metal-y, foily stuff or threads of gold or this is a lot more reliable.
Because it is U.S. minted, and that's where, you know, we kind of got this idea from Shire Silver where we kind of yanked the idea off of them. But the big complaint from Shire Silver is that the silver in the card is not... you can't. You don't know what it is. I mean, if you trust the guy, you'll believe that it's silver. But if you're looking at it, you know, or trying to barter it or trade it with somebody in your community who's not familiar with Shire Silver, they're not gonna want to barter with you. But this is, you know, U.S. minted, pre-64. You can see that on there, so it's fraud proof in a sense. And then the other, you know, like we were saying, it's a small, manageable amount. You know, silver rounds, $30 isn't necessarily something. I mean, maybe you could come up with something that I could do for you for $30 that we would want to change.
Yeah, but it's hard to make change.
But well, not with our silver calculator app. But
we got to talk about that.
But because we've put it down to the dime and it's only this $2 or $3 valued thing, it's a little easier to want to barter that, and also it makes it easier to sell them because I'm only asking you for a couple bucks. So, but when we go out to L.A., you know, and that's one thing about the app that I was going to talk about. You know, we're driving to LA and paying for hotel rooms, and gas is $3.50 a gallon right now, and so we have costs. So you know, dime cards might be a little more expensive in LA than they are in Phoenix because there's no premium, or there's a bigger premium because we have to, you know, time, talent, and money to get out there.
Okay, now let me talk about this app. Now here's my droid right here. Let me see, I can hold this up. And the app is right there. I just push it, boom, there she is. Okay.
I think you just gave us the finger.
Now let's go. So let's go ahead and go, and we'll just show a screenshot here. Now, explain to us how this silver calculator came about, Nick, and then what platforms is it on now?
Well, I had the idea that we needed to be able to calculate it on the fly, and I always have my phone with me. So when we were in studio in December, we were talking a lot about the Silver Bullet campaign, and I asked your listeners if there was anybody out there that could help me develop a Droid app, and someone responded, and they took my specifications, and put together this app and put it up for free, and gave me the source code, and it's just a really great person who did it. And so if you I
mean, within a week or two, I was downloading it on my Droid.
Right.
I mean, boom shakalaka.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that one person did the Android version, and then another person who's in Keene did the iPhone version and the Palm version. And I think we're still looking for somebody to develop a BlackBerry version. So pretty soon, just about every single iPhone or smartphone out there is going to be able to run it. And the iPhone version is still going through Apple approval, so I don't know when it's going to be available, but it's been happening for weeks. So
and they call it junk silver up there. Who came up with that?
What junk silver? No, we're trying to stay very far away from the term junk silver because, hey, I'll give you my junk silver for that, whatever. You wouldn't want to do it because it sounds junky, right? So, I don't know. We like this.
Oh, I don't care.
It's marketing, I guess. We like this term coin silver. So if anyone's looking for this application, you can just do a search in either the Droid Marketplace or on Facebook. There's a page.
On Droid, I think you just put Silver Calculator.
Silver Calculator, yeah, or Coin Silver Calculator app is what we got on a Facebook page.
I mean, it takes. I love my Droid. I mean, it's so stupid.
And
how much I like this thing. No, this is what happens.
Your CIA phone.
Exactly. Yeah, let's not be under any illusion we're private on anything. But the thing about it is that it's much more intuitive. It was more open source. People got they actually used it, or the people that submitted different applications and so on. So when you go in and you need any application, if you can think of it, it's probably on here. The only thing is that it works like this. Yes, you get a free blah blah. Take it down. You get it. It's all cool. Then it'll stop working after a week or two, and it says, "Oh, well, you want to do it? Either one, you pay, or two, you gotta agree to let them track you and everything you ever did, anywhere you're going, kind of whatever." So this is the kind of how they suck you into this stuff. A lot of times they're free. Now for Apple doing that, they usually charge for those. How are they doing that one?
I'm not quite sure how much the Apple app is going to cost. He priced the Palm version at 99 cents. I would assume that the Apple one's going to be right around there. We're trying to raise some money so that we can get them all in the markets for free. I think that, I don't know how many times the Palm's been downloaded, but the Android app last week crossed over into the 500 downloads category.
Wow.
That's 500 people using this application.
See, this is the thing, is when you do this, somebody that develops this, either it's simple for them and so on. It's like, the Zuckerberg, I made Facebook and in the evening drinking beer. So, I mean, you have some guys that can just do it. Nick, you got skills. So a lot of these things they can just do and they put up. Well, if you need a specific coding for a specific platform and you say, they go, well, fork over $1,000, I'll get right on it. Or it's mine, I'll make it available, but it's going to be $1 on blah, blah, blah. So when you download it, your iTunes thing or whatever charges you, whatever it is to get your iPhone app, it goes onto your bill. Well, it may be worth $1, it's no big deal. But if this thing starts to take off and they maintain it, they may want to maintain ownership of this. And then they have competing ones. And then the free market prevails.
I'm all for the developer making a buck, literally off of their what came out of their brain, essentially, and I'm okay with it being charged for on Palm and Apple because I own a Droid and I could care less. But what I would say is that I would pay $1 for this application if Nick could make one revision to it, and that's that I would, as a seller of silver, I would be able to add a premium to the silver that I'm selling. And I could come up with a thousand other ideas that I've had that I'd love to see in this app, but we'll get to that later. But if I could count up the coins that I was going to sell to somebody and say, now there's a premium because the seller has,
on the receipt, you got a premium line or something.
Well, I mean, if you go into a coins shop, you're going to pay a premium, or you're going to pay something over spot, or you're going to pay...
American Precious Metals here in East Phoenix, where we get a lot of our stuff, and we did the video, buying and selling silver. We went in, Alma went and helped us with that video. If you go to walletvoting.com, you'll see that video there. And we went in there, and Jerry says, yep, this roll of dimes right now at the current price is $105 when you buy it from me. You bring it into me, I'll give you $100 for it.
Right.
So it's like 5%. So the thing is, you got a roll of these pre-65 dimes, they're over $100 right now. $5 in dimes. So it's like 20 to 1 right now about the pricing that we have.
So what I'm saying is that to somebody who's in the business of selling silver, this app could become beneficial to them, especially because you don't want to defraud.
Their cash register.
Right, exactly. And you don't want to you want to be honest with something in the transaction. You don't want to just up the spot price of silver to make up your difference. You want to, at least have it's in a different category or whatever, and say this is my premium or I traveled or
so
whatever.
So is this a software request? Is that what you're doing?
And I've got thousands more. Like I told you, I mean, we just brainstorm on this all week long.
You guys got all excited about this. I mean, I remember all of a sudden you were secret about this, and nobody didn't know your lamination idea. They're going, boom, we got it, boom shakalaka, we're ready to go and rock and roll and whatnot. Oh. Do you guys have wallet voting on your stuff, or you got another site you're promoting?
Well, actually, go to whatisthiscoinworth.info, and you can find out all about the app and what we're doing with that.
Whatisthiscoinworth.info.
And check out our Facebook and Twitter page. Whatisthiscoinworth.info.
What is this coin worth?
And it's all an effort to promote the cell phone app.
Yeah, so they can make some money, which is cool. We'll be right back.